Hello, welcome back to another video, and as you guys can see, I'm in my Leafs sweater that someone bought me on my birthday. So today, there's a lot to dig in from yesterday's NHL games. Big hits, the rookie gets a double-double, no, not a double-double coffee, but a double-double win, and how the playoffs are now shaping up, and two more teams in the NHL are eliminated. Actually, let's make that three. So the first game that you guys may have watched, yesterday, the Leafs and the Habs. These two teams were in different positions. The Habs were trying to just survive and maybe catch up to the Jets, which we'll talk about that in a bit. And then we've got Toronto, who's just trying to stay healthy, and it takes another blow as Nick Foligno did not return with an upper body injury. We're hoping that this does not make it worse, because if it does, could be disaster, because he's actually filling in for Zach Hyman, and now with Hyman coming back, Riley Nash making his debut, there's going to be a lot of line switching for the Leafs. So I'm going to ask you guys, which players do you think should be replacing Hyman and Nash? Which players are going to be ousted off? You guys decide and comment down. Now, the next one news is a big hit. And when I mean big hit, I mean this. Now, if you guys have Instagram, you might see something like this. Now, you guys may not see because of the lighting, but this is actually Tom Wilson getting a $5,000 fine for taking a big hit. Not just a big hit, almost killing on Denny Panarin. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the Rangers were taking on the Washington Capitals. The Rangers lost, which means they're out of the playoffs. The Capitals did win 6-3, but in the second period, as I should say, Tom Wilson grabbed Denny Panarin like he was shaking up to get a milkshake, grabs his head, and spikes it down like a football. For Panarin, it's worse for him. He's out for the season, but for Panarin is out for the season, but for Wilson, he should have got fined. Well, he got fined, but he didn't get suspended. So viewers, if you're watching this, please subscribe to my channel and text right on me. Do you think Wilson should have got suspended, or do you think the fine is good enough? To me, he should have got suspended. He's like the next Rafael Torres, if you guys know who he is. But that was not good. Now, going back to the Leafs and Habs game, it was a 2-2 game, and the Leafs went into overtime, and it was one end to the other end. The Leafs, John Tavares, had a chance to end the game, and then bing, off the crossbar, and then back on the other way, and if you guys didn't watch the game, you may want to see this goal right there from Cole Caulfield. And if you want to watch it, it's on the description below as well. So, now that we've gone through the Leafs and Habs and the Rangers and the Capitals, let's talk about a team that's been on a trend down to the bottom of the earth, and that is the Jets. Jets, I don't know what to say. You've lost 6 straight, you've lost Ehlers, you've lost Lowry. Like, I don't know what to say. You have Connor, Scheifele, Wheeler. You have that core. And you have Hellebuck. What's going on? You guys just lost to a Sens squad. I don't know what to say. I mean, right now, I think the Jets need to think about this. They've lost 7 straight. Not 6. 7 straight. Like, what's going on, Winnipeg? You're a playoff contender. But last time, like, you were close to going first place. You looks like you're going to be 4th place by the time this ends. Not only that, the Canucks have a lot of games left. And if you guys don't start winning, you could be out of the playoffs. We can see the Canucks on top, the Jets in the bottom. That will be embarrassing for Jets fans. And another big news that happened is the Wild do it again. They come back from a 2-goal deficit. Not actually a 2-goal deficit. They came back. Well, they did come up from a 2-goal deficit, but they scored 2 goals in under 2 minutes. And for this Wild team, they've just been incredible. Kevin Fiala has had a nice bounce back season. Kaprasarov, I think he's going to win He's going to win the Calder Trophy, best rookie of the year, 20 plus goals. I mean, this Wild team, I mean, they are pretty much like a team that's gonna may go far, but could it be enough? I mean, you've got Ken Fiala, you've got Capri Kaprasarov, you've got other defensemen, you've got veterans. I mean, it's all gonna rely on how Cam Talbot plays and how Kaprasarov does in the playoffs. So, as you guys heard about the Rangers eliminated playoffs, that means Boston clinches the fourth final spot in the division. So now the question is, what's going to be the matchups? As of right now, Penguins are first. Well, now they're tied for first, and the Capitals were second. Islanders are third. The Bruins are fourth, but that was before the games tonight. And so, if we were to look at the standings and see how these teams are doing, it looks to me that as of right now, look at where we sit. Now, you guys won't be able to see it because of the lighting, but there's the standings. And right now, this could be any type of combination. You can think of Penguins and Bruins, Penguins and Islanders, Caps and Islanders, Caps and Bruins. You could have Bruins and Capitals. You could have the rematch. We've seen, like, whatever combination you have, they know each other pretty well. If you're thinking Penguins and Caps, how many times have we heard this in the playoffs? I can tell you, more than the Leafs versus Caps one, which was the only time. But that one, if it's going to be Penguins and Caps, Ovechkin and Crosby, let's see what happens there. If it's Penguins and Islanders, what's going to happen there? Penguins and Islanders, that was the sweeping one where Islanders swept Pittsburgh Penguins, who they have not, to the Penguins. I'm going to tell you this. They have not won a series. Well, they've won one series since winning the Cup in 2016-17. I mean, the Pens are good in the regular season, but in the playoffs, they're now drooping down under pressure. They're dropping down like under pressure. If we say Caps and Islanders, Barry Trotz's team, I think the Islanders could make a big difference. So now to NBA, and nothing new in NBA. The Raptors still trying to get in the play-in scenario. The Knicks have a now winning record. I mean, nothing really big other than the New York Knicks now having a winning record for the first time in 8 years. The Raptors, again, they have a chance, but what are they going to be? They're going to, are they going to bow down, or are they going to do it? So, what's going to be happening today? Well, today there's not a lot of games that'll be happening, but I think the most anticipated one, is the Battle of Pennsylvania. Well, because the Penguins are looking for revenge after giving up 7 goals. That's not a Pens team is. And the biggest one, Oilers and Canucks. Now, it might not be good for the Canucks, but maybe, who knows? We'll see what happens. But Connor McDavid, sitting at 90 points, needs 9 more points to get to the 100-point plateau. I think he's going to do it. What do you guys think, viewers? Do you think they're going to do it? Always comment down. I'd love to see what you guys think. So that is all I have for today. If you want to send me any news that's been happening on the NHL, NFL, NBA. I mean, the NFL is basically we're seeing the draft. But that's all for today, and stay tuned for a video that's going to be a bit of a good surprising one, and which might happen either on Thursday or on Friday. It's going to be a special one to a person of mine who I've been with since I was born. So thank you guys for watching, and again, stay safe and fight the pandemic.